You control the universe using only your thumbs. Example.
You found Twitch, the pulse of the video game revolution. On this Twitch, we'll blow off some steam with a look at P.O., battle with the newest wave of superheroes, the X-Men, Children of the Atom.
We'll show you how to achieve invincibility in Destruction Derby on the Sony PlayStation.
We'll be checking out the Nakutech wireless controllers for the 3DO.
And then we'll both let you know what we thought of Super Mario RPG on the Super Nintendo.
And we're going big at E3 with Stop By Joe's apartment. Hope you like bugs. And I'm taking some bumps and bruises from Foxy's Bald Boy Butterbean. So strap it on and check it out.
Our featured game is Nintendo Super Mario RPG. First up, Sim. Let's Twitch.
I'm not happy unless I'm twitching. Let's twitch. Twitch!
The Sony PlayStation is home to some great racing games. The Red Hot Ridge Racer and Dynamite Twisted Metal. The latest entry adds a great new feature, major car crashes. It's called Destruction Derby. It involves taking a car out on a track and smashing every other car in every way possible. Rack up points by bumping a fender or by shoving a guy into the sidewalk. Basically, inflict as much damage on the others as you can and still make it to the end of the race. Now, with that in mind, use this tip to get through turns. Line up your car so you crash into another car midway through. You bounce through the turn and gain a few points for wrecking the other guy's car. You get to pick from a series of cars depending on your ability, amateur, rookie, or pro. Then, it's off to pick from the various tracks, from the beachfront Ocean Drive to the night-lit City Heat. I had the best time on the crossover track. You get a couple of different views of the race, but the main attraction to the games is its realistic, fast-paced action. This is a smash and bash and bust fest, and thanks to the PlayStation's juice under the hood, you feel like you're there, without the bumps and bruises. My favorite technique, race the wrong way. You don't get any points, but hey, it's fun, even if it's not too good for your survival.
Here's a tip that'll help you avoid damage in Destruction Derby on the Sony PlayStation. At the name entry screen of the championship race, enter the following code.
Exclamation point, D-A-M-A-G-E, exclamation point. That spells out damage.
All right, we're talking racing, in particular Andretti racing. It's old school versus new school, and any desire to get back on the track?
Well, I'll tell you what, the same adrenaline is flowing. You know, it's just competition is competition.
Briefly, tell me about Andretti racing, the game itself.
You get the real sensation of what it's really like as far as the reaction of the car. And when the tires start going off, you can plan your pit stops, your pit strategy.
If the Andretti's has something to do with it, you know this racing game is for real. Check it out. Oh, man, I'm doomed. Hey, if you're having trouble playing the game or advancing or anything like that, I got the ultimate Twitch tip for you. Check out the Game Shark. It's pretty cool. Todd Hayes, Interact President, how is Game Shark going to solve those problems?
Game Shark is the ultimate weapon for beating the game. It's a game cheater. It can give you more power, skip levels, jump higher, punch harder, never die. It's filled with all kinds of cool things. During the game Doom, if you're having trouble getting to level 2, we can give you a code that'll make you invincible, so you never die.
And there's a club they can join to get these codes.
When you join the club, we share more tips. We send, every 2 months, we send a newsletter with game tips and other cheat codes and all kinds of cool things that we find.
So if you want to win, get the ultimate game enhancer, Game Shark. It's the ultimate Twitch tip, too. Shooter! Shooter! Shooter!
When Doom was released for the PC, it created a whole new style of action game, something called the first-person perspective shooter. Since then, lots of games have, well, let's just say copied Doom. PO'd for the 3DO was one of a few games that was really unique, and now it's available for the Sony PlayStation. You are the cook on board a Space Marine vessel. Your buddies have left on a mission, but they never return. You don't know how to pilot the ship, so you do the only thing you can. Find and rescue your friends, and along the way, kill some aliens. With your trusty frying pan. PO'd has some strange enemies, like, what are those things? The levels are extremely large, and it takes a long time to find everything. There are many useful tools to choose from, including a jetpack. It's in the upper left corner there, which will help you avoid some enemies and hop to places you couldn't ordinarily reach. The gameplay is basically the same as every other first-person shooter you've seen. You want to pick up every item you can carry, and be sure not to waste too much ammo. Be sure not to fire your high-powered weapons at enemies that are too close to you, or the backlash will injure you as well. If you are a Doom fan, then this might seem a little too goofy for you. But if you're the type of game player that likes a little strangeness now and then, like blasting away at giant walking glutes, then you need to give PO a try.
Here's our take on PO'd for the Sony PlayStation.
I thought PO'd was a cool game on the 3DO, and with the PlayStation's capabilities, it gives it even better graphics, better sound, and a lot tighter control.
Personally, I wasn't thrilled with this game on the 3DO, and it doesn't do any better on the PlayStation for me. I think Doom is a much better choice if you want this kind of game.
Next on Twitch, Mutant Madness with X-Men Children of the Atom. A Twitch tip to play as the mutant warrior Akuma, and Mario Goes RPG on the Super NES.
You're watching an Intro Television original. How often do you watch? Intro Television would like to get to know you, the viewer. Call 1-800-482-4101 and tell us about yourself and why you watch Intro Originals. Let Intro know. Call us at 1-800-482-4101. Sure, you look to the Sci-Fi Channel for fantasy and fiction, but what about fashion? Here we have Battlestar Galactica, showing us the very latest in stretch lycra for the office, a super color combination. Then, an ensemble to complement any savvy horror fan. Check the Ray Bradbury Theater cast. Very fashion-forward. Let's not forget that astrological accessorizer, Gemini Man. He acts like a Gemini but dresses like a Scorpio. Big collars and bell-bottoms in motion. Oh, very fresh. The Sci-Fi Channel on Intro Television. What will they be wearing next? This week, Apollo and Starbuck lead a demolition team to save the fleet on Battlestar Galactica. Then, dinosaurs make their return on Ray Bradbury Theater, while Sam finds himself trapped in a jungle of trouble on Gemini Man. The Sci-Fi Channel, Sunday night on Intro Television.
I'm not happy unless I'm twitching. That's Twitch. Twitching.
Any comic book fan can tell you all the names of the X-Men. Cyclops, Wolverine, Iceman, and the rest of the Mutant Warriors. Now Saturn owners get to be one of these superheroes in X-Men, Children of the Atom. Choose from 10 heroes and villains. Storm, Cyclops, Wolverine, Omega Red, Sentinel, Iceman, Colossus, Psylocke, Silver Samurai, and Spider. Just like in the comics, these characters each have their own attacks that use their special mutant abilities. Now, as your X-Power builds during a fight, you'll be able to unleash a devastating Hyper X special attack. The action is fast and furious, and your character can put together some pretty lethal combos. Some levels even give way under your feet as the action heats up. Your goal is to defeat two of the X-Men's worst enemies, Kane Marco, the Juggernaut, and Magneto. Juggy's advantage is his pure strength, but he's slow. You'll have to attack him quickly and often to gain the upper hand. Magneto doesn't seem to have any weaknesses, and he can use the magnetic field of the Earth to attack you. It's up to the X-Men to keep Magneto from achieving his evil, misguided goals. Fight hard, and remember, if you fail, Magneto and his evil minions will bring about a new age of oppression for Earth's non-mutant population.
Here's what we thought of X-Men Children of the Atom for the Sega Saturn.
If you ask me, this is the ideal subject matter for a fighting game. X-Men characters and enemies battling out in a battle to the last. I think the graphics and sound were identical to the arcade.
This is as close to the arcade translation as you're going to get on a home system. The characters looked nice, the control was excellent, and the sound was really good. Definitely one you should pick up.
X-Men Children of the Atom. What do you think of this game?
Oh, it's fresh.
Fresh? Right on. And for all of you at home who are big fans of X-Men Children of the Atom, I got a hot code that's going to allow you to do battle as Akuma. Really? For player 1, move the icon to spiral, then wait 3 seconds. Without stopping, move through Silver Samurai, Psylocke, Colossus, Iceman, Colossus, Cyclops, Wolverine, Omega Red, and then stop on Silver Samurai. Wait 3 seconds, and then press A, C, and Z at the same time. To Storm, then wait 3 seconds. Without stopping, move through Cyclops, Colossus, Iceman, Sentinel, Omega Red, Wolverine, Psylocke, Silver Samurai, and then stop on Spiral. Wait 3 seconds, and then press A, C, and Z simultaneously. Yeah!
We've been checking out the new Nakitech wireless controllers for the 3DO.
The idea behind these controllers is to allow gamers to play from as far away as 40 feet without wires or cables getting in their way.
These controllers maintain all the same aspects as a regular Nintendo controller or a Sega controller, and in fact they make these controllers for those systems also. You also have a rapid fire feature for you shooter hounds. The one problem I have with this thing is these never seem to work right.
Yeah, it says you can play from as far away as 40 feet, but I couldn't get 4 feet away without losing the signal. It's a nice technology, but I think NACA needs to work on it a little bit.
I don't think I've ever had one of these work as well as it probably should, and this one's no different. It's just another controller to throw on the pile of failed products. I think NACA probably should have put some more effort into this one, because if you move a little to the left or the right, you may lose your signal and also in turn lose a life.
Fourth!
EA Sports Games has been out in front of the sports video game parade, and along with John Madden have had great football action. This year they turned it up a notch with more features and details in Madden NFL 96. One of the new features allows you to create your own players. Now what's fun is that you don't just invent numbers for these guys, you have to work out for the coaching staff. The coaches want to see how fast you run the 40. They'll test your agility in the obstacle course. You better have your mouth guard in for the running drills, everything from 1-on-1 to 1-on-3. If you can get up after that, time to check out the hands. After that, it's up to the coaches as to whether or not they'll draft your guy. As general manager, you can do some wheeling and dealing before you take the field. Don't think you'll get all the players, though, because part of the reality in this game is the salary cap. Once your team is set, time to put on the coach's hat and figure out how to win. The game itself has not changed that much. The NFL players are very realistic. I mean, look at that little Meggett run.
Touchdown.
Check out Marcus Allen getting himself out of trouble like a future Hall of Famer should. Oh, and if Dallas scores, country music celebration, the whole 9 yards. Not to mention that you get John Madden color commentary to spice up the game.
He didn't see it, but I'll guarantee you he felt it.
A couple of new features include options for player control, like the quarterback being able to throw the ball away under pressure, or players lateraling the ball on the fly. If you call the right plays, those options will be for the other guy.
pounders, 313 pounds, 8th wonder of the world. This is Butterbean.
And I'm taking over Twitch.
EA discovered you years ago when you were doing the Tough Man, and they made the game out of you.
When I was knocking people out in the Tough Man, EA said, we gotta have you on the game, Dean. So I said, sure, let's do it.
Male bonding with Butterbean. That can be scary.
We are gonna have fun here. Tell me where.
Ah! Okay. Ah!
It's fun being abused. Nobody else. Hush.
Ah! Help!
I'm out of control now. I don't have to worry about where he's at. I know exactly where he's at, and I'm finishing my interview. All I want to know is what's twitching now. Don't go away. Twitch will be right back with more E3 coverage and strategy hints on Super Mario RPG.
The Disney Channel on Intro Television. It's about music, magic, laughter, family, the classics. The Disney Channel Kingdom on Intro Television.
The Disney Channel Sunday, Care Bears, the movie, Pluto's Day, and for better or worse, the last camping trip. The Disney Channel, Sunday at noon.
Terry Mayhew, owner, Terry's Costume Closet. From the crazy to the cosmic to the classic, Terry has a lot of character.
I've set a simple goal. Watch the Cartoon Network on Intro Television.
You can tune in to classic characters on Friday nights because the Cartoon Network is on Intro Television. Enjoy a night of timeless cartoon fun for the whole family. Hey, Terry, try this one out. The Cartoon Network, Friday night on Intro Television.
Finally, a channel that understands me.
Set a simple goal. Watch Intro Television.
Okay, Davey, we got it.
When you order a pay-per-view all-day movie ticket, you have a Hollywood hit available all day.
Good movie? Yeah. And it starts again at 2, 4,
It's just the ticket for everyone to catch the movie when they want for one low price. And even see it again.
Now playing on the all-day movie ticket, Bed of Roses.
This ticket's one doggone good deal.
The pay-per-view all-day movie ticket. One movie, one price, all-day viewing.
You know, if you really wanted to, why, you could live off the free samples in a place like this. Breakfast. With all these samples under one roof, it kind of reminds me of Intro Television. You see, Intro Television has more than 30 cable networks in one, making it the world's first sampler channel. Ooh, look! Crab cakes! Intro Television has movies, cartoons, news, sports, music, lots of networks you've never seen before. And if you don't like what you see when you tune in, just try a little later and you'll find something new. Oh my, pierogies. Intro Television, a world of networks on one channel. Say, you got any chocolate milk to wash us down?
You're twitching with Twitch. Twitch rules! Let's Twitch. Hey, I think we got roaches. That's probably because we're hanging out in Joe's apartment. I'm hanging out with Jim Turner, big star of the movie, and the video game. Hey, what's the game all about, Jim?
You are the roach, and you have to infest an entire apartment building.
Hey, so what's your role in the video game?
There's Walter, an East Village performance artist that lives in one of the apartments. I'm actually making a sculpture of roaches, a Statue of Liberty of roaches. So roaches hate me. The game is you are the roaches, and you have to infest an entire apartment buildings. Everybody that lives in every apartment kills the roaches.
So me being a player and being a roach, you actually are an enemy of mine.
Absolutely. Joe is the only friend of the roaches, so they love Joe.
And what's your infatuation with roaches?
Mine personally?
Yeah, of course.
Just, love. Just love. Actually, my apartment's got a lot better roaches than this. These are really pathetic.
Oh, those taste pretty good? You're twitching with Twitch.
Mario, video gaming's senior citizen, has been around since the olden days. You know, when you had to jumpstart your computer with a hand crank? But there's a new game coming to Super Nintendo owners that'll make you look at Mario in a whole new way. It's called Super Mario RPG. Designed by the people responsible for the Final Fantasy series, Mario RPG will remind you of many different role-playing and adventure games, because it uses the best features of all of them. Nintendo continues to use the 3D rendered look they've used with Killer Instinct and Donkey Kong Country. They work pretty well in this game too. The attacks Mario uses come straight out of his previous adventures, but all the action is done in turns. This is a role-playing game after all. Along the way, Mario is joined by many characters, each with his own abilities. And believe it or not, Mario's sworn enemy Bowser also joins your party. Mario games have always been known for their secret areas and hidden items. Mario RPG is no different. There are all kinds of bonus games in here that will help you build your levels. From a mining cart track to a Yoshi racing challenge, there's even musical puzzles to be solved. Like most Square games, you have to beat the bosses. Here's a hint. Move the cursor to find alternative attack points, like the chains holding up Bowser. And on your way to the Mushroom Kingdom, fight as many enemies as you can to boost your experience levels. Role-playing game fanatics already know the rules. Talk to everyone you see, build your levels, and get the best new weapons. Now, even though this might seem a little slow compared to other Mario adventures, Mario fans who don't play many RPGs might like this game because of the characters. And role-playing gamers will like it because, well, it's a role-playing game.
You know, Mario RPG on the Super Nintendo is not the kind of game that I ever thought I would see. I never thought I'd see Mario Brothers in a role-playing game.
Well, this is not the kind of game I thought I'd actually enjoy either. Anything Nintendo puts Mario in is going to be a big seller, no matter what kind of game
and the gameplay, you can almost always count on the gameplay being really good in these games, and it is in this one.
Yeah, and the graphics are just as good as in Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah, well, they were all pre-rendered, but that really adds to the gameplay, I felt. I also like the fact that they incorporated a lot of the moves that are in the Mario Brothers games in the role-playing game.
But it's not as in-depth as, say, like Final Fantasy VII or Chrono Trigger. As far as
they do seem to have a lot of asides that really don't apply to the video game itself.
Yeah, like the minecart and the Yoshi's Race.
I think if you're a novice video game player who hasn't had much experience with a role-playing game, this is the ideal game to pick up. It's got familiar characters and it's entertaining.
If you're a beginning gamer, hey, this is great. If you're an expert gamer, this is also a really good game. You can't go wrong with this title. It's got excellent graphics, good sound, great control.
As in previous versions of Madden football, Madden NFL 96 for the Sega Genesis has dozens of hidden teams in the game. Here are just a few of them. Now keep in mind that both of these teams are selectable for these menus. For example, to replay a classic Super Bowl, access the team selection screen. With your cursor on the left side, enter AACCACB, and the 93 Buffalo Bills will appear. Move your cursor to the right side and enter ABCBBAC, and the 93 Dallas Cowboys will appear. We'll see who wins when you're the coach. There are also teams from the World League of American Football. Set the Scots versus the English. The code for the Scotland Claymores is CBCCCCC. Set them against the London Monarchs by entering CBCBBBB. So what are you waiting for? You've got a whole new roster of teams to try out. Hit that control pad. Don't turn that VCR off yet. The Twitch Tip recap reviews all the codes we showed you earlier.
Like to Twitch? Intro Television's got back-to-back episodes of your favorite video game review show. Wake up early with Intro Television and Twitch tomorrow at 8 Eastern.
Both satellite and cable TV can bring you news of the world. Both can tell you how gold's doing on the London market and how car makers are doing in Mexico. But cable brings you the really big events, like highlights of the city championship game between the Beech Grove Bombers and the Carlsbad Cougars, because cable carries local news. Satellite TV doesn't. TCI. We're a little more down to earth.
Classic Sports Network.
To Michael Jordan. What a finish!
Here comes the doctor. Julius goes to the side of the ball. Oh, yeah! It's a home run! Oh, yeah! Magic for three. Yes! Classic Sports Network. Tonight, get ready for the Superstars. It's the 74 Superstars Final, followed by a historic tennis event. Center Court Classic serves up Chris Everett's Wimbledon Farewell. Tonight at 6 Eastern on Intro Television.
All right, have you heard about Sega Channel?
Cable channel the whole family plays.
It comes up to 50 Super Rad games on you each month.
All you need is cable TV.
Sega Genesis.
The Sega Channel adapter.
Sega Channel has mega new games. And if you know who calls you...
Call your cable company now to get it all.
Sega Channel. Unlimited on-demand play. Up to 50 different games each month.
For less
like
than
30 cents a game.
game.
They love saving money. And if you can't get your mom to call, there's always Dad.
Hey, I heard that.
Call your local TCI cable system for details. May not be available in all areas. You're watching Intro Television, a world of...
Twitch to move with a sudden jerky motion. Example, when Billy showed me his pet spider, it made me twitch to control the universe using only your thumbs. Example.
You found Twitch, the pulse of the video game revolution. And there's been a lot of excitement about the new game platforms out there. So for all you gamers who want to get a look at the new PlayStation games, here's the Twitch PlayStation Special. We'll check out the fighting in Battle Arena Toshinden, go gunning in Off-World Extreme, and slamming home with NBA Tournament Edition. Come on, let's check out what PlayStation's got under the hood. When you play basketball, you want